mkono wa kulia. Mkono wa kulia, the right hand. The left hand is mkono wa kushoto. Mkono wa kushoto, the left hand. But we have the right side. The right side is upande wa kulia, the left side, upande wa kushoto. The left side, upande wa kushoto. Sawa, sawa. Now, today in our lesson, we will learn some historical places in Kenya. I'll just share with you these documents here. We can read. So it's not just understanding. I put there English and Swahili. So if some words in Swahili you not understand, you can just understand from the English words here. So these are some of the historical places in Kenya. I will share with you here. Okay, hapa. Yeah, so the first we have here, I don't know, you can see, naweza kuona. Sawa, sawa. Okay. So the first one is Fort Jesus. Fort Jesus, it's here. This is the title here first is baadhi ya sehemu za kihistoria Kenya. Some of the historical sites in Kenya. We have, this is just some of them. We have a lot, but some of them are here. Fort Jesus, Jesus, Mombasa. This is in Mombasa. Fort Jesus. Fort Jesus. The second one here is Kisiwa cha Lamu. Kisiwa cha Lamu, this is Lamu Island. Kisiwa cha Lamu. Kisiwa cha Lamu. The third one is Magofu ya Gedi, also Makumbusho ya Gedi. Makumbusho is the Swahili word for museum. Makumbusho. So you can say Magofu ya Gedi. These are the Gedi ruins in Malindi. Ruins. Gedi ruins in Malindi. Then the fourth one is hifadhi ya taifa ya Masai Mara. This is Masai Mara National Reserve. Masai Mara National Park. So we'll start with here, the first one, Mombasa. Not Mombasa, but Fort Jesus. Fort Jesus. I'll read the explanation here. Fort Jesus ni ngome ya kihistoria iliyoko Mombasa, Kenya. Ilijengwa na Wareno katika karne ya 16 na sasa ni eneo la urithi wa dunia la UNESCO. Ngome hii imeshuhudia karne nyingi za kihistoria na kutumika kama ngome ya kijeshi, gereza na makumbusho. The word ngome is a fort. Fort. So this is Fort Jesus. So for the English part, Fort Jesus is a historic fort located in Mombasa, Kenya. Built by the Portuguese in the 16th century, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The fort has witnessed centuries of history. So the word centuries here is karne. Karne. What is karne here? Karne is century. Karne. So you have centuries here. The fort has witnessed centuries of history and served various purposes, including as military fort, prison, and museum. So when you come to Kenya, you can go to Mombasa and visit the Fort Jesus. It is in the part called Old Town. Old Town in Mombasa. Old Town. So we have in Kenya here, we have Old Town. In Zanzibar, we have Stone Town. So these towns are ancient town. They look similar. When you're in Mombasa, in that town, you can think you're in Zanzibar, in Stone Town. So they are so similar, and we have this for Jesus. You go there, you can see how it is. We have different structures inside here, and people will be there, will guide you to give you history of this for Jesus. We also have artifacts in inside the for Jesus inside there. You see ancient things that previously people used to have. Yeah, I was in for Jesus once. I went there once for Jesus. The Kenya. Can you read, please, for Jesus? Read in Swahili.
Ndio. Fort Jesus ni ngome ya kihistoria iliyoko Mombasa, Kenya, ilijengwa na Wareno katika karne ya 16 na sasa ni eneo la urithi wa dunia la UNESCO. Ngome hii imeshuhudia karne nyingi za historia na kutumika kama ngome ya kijeshi, gereza na makumbusho.
Ndiyo, ndiyo. Sawa sawa, imetumika kama ngome ya kijeshi, gereza na makumbusho. Sawa, this is for Jesus. Uh, Abdi Fatah, je, wewe umewahi? Have you ever been to Fort Jesus? Abdi Fatah, you muted. Mohammed Ishaq,
Yes, Mwalimu.
yeah, have you ever been to Fort Jesus?
Am I going to read here?
Ndio?
He said what?
Have you ever been to Fort Jesus Mombasa?
Hapana.
Hapana, sawa sawa. Hapana. Na wewe Mohammed? Mohammed? Ndio Mohammed?
Mwalimu, hapana, siende.
Hapana, hapana. Sawa sawa. Dada Hakima, umewahi kuja Kenya? Dada Hakima? Kenya?
No,
Hapana.
hapana.
Sawa. Watu wengi wakija Kenya, if many people when they come to Kenya, when they go to Mombasa, they have to visit this. They visit Fort Jesus, they visit this old town in Mombasa, and they enjoy the culture around that place. Ndio dada Kenya?
This is slightly related. Fort Jesus is like Christianity big in Mombasa, or why did they name it like Fort Jesus?
They name it for Jesus, and it was constructed by the Portuguese, Portuguese,
Oh,
the
okay.
ancient time. Then actually it has history. It was also taken over by the several groups of people. The Arabs improved they improved its structure. Like it was a little bit low, and they moved it up. Yeah,
Ooh,
it is a lot of history when you go there. So it's not that it's a
okay.
Christianity site or something, but it's just a historical site.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's called for Jesus. Sawa sawa.
Mwalimu, is it the way we are seeing now, or it's somehow rehabilitated?
Yeah,
What the,
this one, it's like this one, like you can see. If you go there, you'll just see something like this. It's very old, and some parts are broken because of war and previously in previous time. So it's just like this. You can enter through this place. You enter inside. You also climb up a little bit. There is a tunnel you just enter through, and there are different structures inside. It's actually big. It's not small. It's huge. It's like a compound, very big. So this is one of the face. Just it's showing this face here. So when you're in for Jesus, you can see where the army was standing and fighting. viewing enemy from very far and preparing for themselves. For Jesus.
What the mean the word of Fort Jesus?
The fort actually is like ngome. You know the meaning of fort, but Jesus, I'm not sure why it's called for Jesus, but
Mm.
yeah, I'm not sure why it's called for Jesus, but fort, just it's called fort. Ngome. Ngome is a place where it's like a structure where you can be like army. They construct a place, they be there, they do the activities there. Yeah. Sawa sawa, ndiyo tutaendelea hapa. Ni for Jesus, sawa, hiyo ni for Jesus. Tutaangalia the next one here is kisiwa cha Lamu. Kisiwa cha Lamu. Kisiwa cha Lamu, this is Lamu Island. Yeah, Lamu Island. So this Lamu is also an old town. It's an ancient town, Swahili town. Mostly the Swahili speakers are found in, they started from the coastal. They actually found in the coastal areas of East African coast. Just in Somalia, going from Kenya, Tanzania, going down to Comoros, Mozambique, some coastal parts. So the Swahili speakers lived in that area. So this is Kisiwa cha Lamu, very very ancient time, ancient town. I will read about this. Kisiwa cha Lamu. Kisiwa cha Lamu ni mojawapo ya visiwa vya kale zaidi katika pwani ya Afrika Mashariki. Lamu ina mji wa kale uitwao Lamu Old Town, ambao ni mojawapo ya maeneo ya urithi wa dunia wa UNESCO. Mji huu una nyumba za kale, mitaa midogo na barabara nyembamba zisizopitika kwa magari. Utamaduni wa Kiarabu na Kiswahili unachanganyika katika maisha ya kila siku ya watu wa Lamu. Wageni wanaweza kufurahia utamaduni wa asili, vyakula vya pwani na mikutano ya kitamaduni hapa. Yes, English translation is here. Lamu Island is one of the oldest and most well-preserved islands in East Africa. Lamu has an ancient town called Lamu Old Town, which is UNESCO World Heritage Site. This town features old houses, narrow streets, and roads inaccessible by cars. Arabic and Swahili cultures blended in the daily lives of Lamu's people. Visitors can enjoy the local culture, coastal cuisine, and cultural gatherings here. Yeah, this is Lamu Island. So if you also go to that coastal part of Mombasa, you go to Lamu. Lamu. A lot of people like to go to Lamu. And here in Nairobi, we have a restaurant. It's Lamu based restaurant. So when you are in that restaurant, you actually feel like you are in Lamu because it has imitated some of the things that are available in Lamu. There are structures of the boats that are there, the music for the Lamu, the Lamu foods, coastal, the marine foods are there in that restaurant here in Nairobi. So Lamu is the best. It's just people like it. I haven't been to Lamu. Any from just experience from I had from people and watching video, I know Lamu is very very nice place to visit. Lamu. So it has this, as I said, Lamu Old Town. It has this old town. Yeah, it is well preserved in this region of Lamu. So, Dada Hakima, can you read about Lamu in Swahili, please? Okay, wait. Someone has a question. Nani? Nataka safiri Lamu yoga. Ah, ndio. Yeah, I also forgot. Lamu, we have yoga day. Sometimes we have yoga day actually in Lamu. You go there, you there is yoga. There is a yoga celebration sometimes. You just perform yoga. A lot of people join in those activities. Like Kenya wants to join a Lamu yoga retreat. Karibu sana Kenya. How long is Lamu?
Ndio,
Ndio?
ndio. Moja siku,
Ndio,
siku
karibu
moja.
sana, karibu sana. Lamu is very far from Nairobi. It's like by bus, it can take like it's actually very far. I haven't been there, but it's very far. I have friends who are coming from there. They tell me almost entire day they're going, like the entire day they're traveling. But if it's by plane, maybe 45 minutes, you're in Lamu. Ndio? Sawa sawa. Okay, dada Hakima, soma tafadhali.
Ndio. Kisiwa cha Lamu ni mojawapo ya visiwa vya kale zaidi katika pwani ya Afrika Mashariki. Lamu ina mji wa kale uitwao Lamu Old Town, ambayo ni mojawapo ya maeneo ya urithi wa dunia wa UNESCO. Mji huu una nyumba za kale, mitaa midogo na barabara nyembamba zisizopitika kwa magari. Utamaduni wa Kiarabu na Kiswahili unachanganyika katika maisha ya kila siku ya watu wa Lamu. Wageni wanaweza kufurahia utamaduni wa asili, vyakula vya pwani na mikutano ya kitamaduni hapa.
Ndio, vizuri sana. So we have this utamaduni, mikutano ya kitamaduni, these traditional gatherings, functions. Even on 21st this month, there will be Lamu Cultural Festival. So a lot of culture, Swahili culture will be there in Lamu. If you are in Kenya, you just visit there on 21st and you'll enjoy the Swahili culture. And we see here utamaduni wa Kiarabu na wa Kiswahili. The Arab culture, the Arabic culture, and the Swahili culture is mixed in Lamu. Same to Mombasa, Zanzibar, like this. Sawa. Also, the roads in Lamu, they are very narrow, very narrow. Just same as the roads in the old town. So just between buildings, very narrow roads. So the cars cannot pass there. Even in Lamu, we don't have cars. Like it's rare to see a car. People move by either motorbike, bicycle. We have donkeys are most common means of transport in Lamu. So um, they transport people and other commodities. Sasa hii ni Lamu, kisiwa cha Lamu. Kisiwa is a Swahili word. It means island. Kisiwa. If there are many, we say visiwa. Visiwa. Sawa. Tutaangalia the next part here is magofu ya Gedi. Gedi ruins.
Sorry, mwalimu, just one question please.
Mhm.
So Lamu is in Mombasa, right? Just to reconfirm.
No, Lamu is not in Mombasa. Mombasa and Lamu is different. Just there.
Are they nearby or?
Yeah, we can say they are nearby, but not very close. They are islands in water. Lamu is an island.
Okay, thank you.
Sawa. Mwalimu, may I leave? I'm feeling headache. Pole sana Mohammed, pole sana. Sawa, vizuri. Pole sana Mohammed. So this Lamu is very 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 ancient, like centuries. Lamu. It has a preserved Swahili culture. If you go to Lamu, you see people speaking Swahili. Swahili. Even some people claim that Swahili started in the Lamu parts of Kenya. Sawa sawa. We have Magofu ya Gedi, Gedi ruins. So this is a remains, like after war, you have these remains, and it was preserved this way. This was a Swahili town. Makumbusho ya Gedi, there's a Gedi museum. Yapo Malindi, Kenya. Ni mabaki ya mji wa kale wa Kiswahili uliojengwa karne ya 12. Makumbusho haya yanaonyesha nyumba, misikiti na makaburi. Ni mahali pazuri pa kujifunza kuhusu utamaduni wa pwani ya Kiswahili na historia ya eneo hilo. Gedi Ruins is located in Malindi, Kenya. It is the ruins of an ancient Swahili town built in the 12th century. These ruins showcase houses, mosques, and tombs. It's a great place to learn about the Swahili coastal culture and the history of the region. So that's the coastal parts of Kenya, Tanzania. Uh, these are the Swahili mostly. They speak Swahili in those coastal areas. Like the Swahili started from these places and it's spread to the mainland. Sawa sawa. Nani atasoma? Abdul Fattah, soma tafadhali Abdul Fattah.
Yes, mwalimu.
Yeah, read about the Gedi ruins.
Magofu ya Gedi Malindi. Makumbusho ya Gedi yabo Malindi, Kenya. Ni mabaki ya mji wa kale wa Kiswahili uliojengwa karne ya 12. Makumbusho haya yanaonyesha nyumba, msikiti na makaburi, na mahali pazuri pa kujifunza kuhusu utamaduni wa pwani ya Kiswahili na historia eneo hilo.
Sawa sawa, vizuri sana, vizuri sana. So when you go to this place, we have the tour guides will explain to you, resource people will explain to you what exactly happened, so that we have these kinds of structures, the ruins here. Normally, it was a Swahili town, but now it's called Gedi Ruins in Malindi. I haven't been to Malindi, but one time I'm planning to visit Malindi. And Lamu, even Zanzibar. I would like to visit Zanzibar as well. Sawa sawa. This is Gedi Ruins.
Mwalimu,
Gedi Ruins. Yes, ndio?
Sorry.
we can do a class trip.
Ndio, siku moja. If you're in Kenya?
Ndio.
Yeah, kweli kweli. Ukija Kenya tutaenda Malindi, tutaenda Lamu, tutaenda wapi? Tutaenda Mombasa as well, Mombasa. Sawa?
Mtakuja Dar es Salaam.
Mimi?
You'll come to Dar es Salaam after finishing Kenya, so we can go to Zanzibar.
Ndio. Nitakuja Zanzibar. Nitakuja Dar es Salaam pia.
Yes, and then to Zanzibar.
Kweli, vizuri sana. Utanipeleka Zanzibar, Hakima? Unatupeleka Zanzibar?
Yes.
Vizuri sana.
A month ago.
Sawa.
Nina Penda Zanzibar.
Yes.
Ndio,
Zanzibar
ndio.
is so beautiful.
Yeah, Zanzibar. I've always wanted to visit Zanzibar. When I came to Dar es Salaam one time, I wanted to go to Zanzibar, but I didn't manage to go to Zanzibar. But I came back to Kenya, but I'm planning to go to Zanzibar again. To go to Zanzibar
Oh,
from Dar es Salaam to Zanzibar.
you have to, Mwalimu. It's
Ndiyo,
really
ndiyo.
beautiful.
Zanzibar ni nzuri sana kwa kweli. Zanzibar.
Yes, yes.
Abdi Fattah, ungependa kwenda Zanzibar? Abdi Fattah, would you
Yes,
like to be
Mwalimu.
in Zanzibar? Ndiyo.
Yes, please. I would like to go there as soon as possible.
Okay, sawa sawa, vizuri sana. As soon as possible.
Mwalimu, yeah, Mwalimu, my question is
Mm-hmm.
for this Magofu ya Gedi Malindi.
Yeah.
It's my first time to have this one.
Normally, this Magofu is a Swahili name, Magofu or Makumbusho, but people call it Gedi ruins. Gedi ruins, historically in books. Gedi ruins. You are hearing this for the first time?
Yeah, Mwalimu.
Uh, Gedi ruins. If you go to Malindi, you will see these Gedi ruins.
If you go where?
Malindi, Malindi.
Malindi.
Yeah, if you go to this Malindi, you have to visit this
Sawa.
place, Gedi ruins. Deal.
Sawa.
Sawa, sawa, sawa. Okay, okay. Vizuri sana, vizuri sana. Okay, the other one is hifadhi ya taifa ya Masai Mara. Hifadhi ya taifa ya Masai Mara. Masai Mara. This is Masai Mara National Park. Masai Mara National Park. Hifadhi ya taifa ya Masai Mara iko Kenya. Ni hifadhi maarufu duniani yenye wanyama kama simba, chui, tembo na nyati. Pia kuna uhamiaji mkubwa wa nyumbu. Nyumbu are wild beasts. You know the wild beasts? So we say uhamiaji mkubwa, this is the great migration of wild beasts. Watalii wanapenda kutembelea hifadhi hii kwa safari za picha na kujifunza utamaduni wa kabila la Masai. This Masai, I read the English translation here. The Masai Mara National Park is located in Kenya. It is a world famous reserve with animals like lions, leopards, elephants, and buffaloes. It also hosts a great wildebeest migration. Tourists love to visit this park for photos, safari, and to learn about the Maasai tribe's culture. So this Masai Mara is on the border of Kenya. Just it's near the border of Kenya and Tanzania. So it divides two parks, like the Masai Mara and the of Kenya and the Serengeti of Tanzania. So some people think, people often confuse that Serengeti is in Kenya, but it's not in Kenya. It's divided. Yani. We have this side of Kenya, we have the Masai Mara, and the other side of Tanzania is Serengeti. So the border cut across like this. The wild beasts, they move from Kenya going to Tanzania. Wild beast migration. Going to Serengeti National Park. Serengeti National Park is the largest national park. So when people are praising this Masai Mara National Park, they say it borders the largest national park, which is Serengeti. Serengeti. Also, we have Mount Kilimanjaro. Mount Kilimanjaro is in Tanzania, but when I don't know who is doing this, but some companies, when they're advertising tourists, they say when you're in a certain part of Kenya, you will see Mount Kilimanjaro. So the tourists just know, oh, Mount Kilimanjaro is in Kenya, but it's not in Kenya. It's just when you are in that part, you see the mountain. It's so huge. Is the tallest in Africa. Ndio, Abdi Fatah unasema, how about Safari Park? Safari Park? Safari Park, I'm not
Yes,
sure.
Mualim.
Uh-huh.
Is it is it the same place, the place that you are talking now, and Safari Park? I don't know. Am I wrong
Safari
or
Park, I'm not sure. I haven't had Safari Park, but I think it's one of the park, but I'm not sure where it is. I haven't gone to most parks in Kenya. I went to Nakuru National Park, and I went to Nairobi National Park. Nairobi National Park is in Nairobi City. So when you come here, just you see the from the national Nairobi National Park, you see a lot of wild animals in Nairobi National Park. Even some of them they cross the road, or the road passes through the parks, and you just enjoy. When you go from Nairobi to Mombasa, you'll pass through Nairobi National Park, and you'll see the various animals. Dada Kenya anasema nilienda Masai Mara mwaka jana. Vizuri sana dada Kenya. Tell us what was your experience in Masai Mara? Tell us.
Masai Mara was very beautiful and very big. We did a sunrise safari,
Ndio.
and we saw like a lion kill a zebra, or no, what's the a wildebeest? A lion
Walvis.
killed a
Ndio.
wildebeest and ate it.
Ah,
Yeah, and it was very bumpy, but the animals, we saw every animal except for a leopard. I think the leopards were hiding.
ndio. Vizuri sana, vizuri sana. Did you walk inside the park? Did you walk? Move out of the car like
Yes, we walked outside of the car, but the lions were coming, so we got back in, and then we saw the border, and we ate lunch next to like the hippos. There's like a river with hippos, and we ate next to the hippos, and they were very, very scary and loud.
yeah. That was amazing. That was amazing experience. Hongera sana, hongera sana. Hongera
I
sana
want to go
sana.
back.
You want to go
And we
back?
met Maasai people. Yes, I want to go back. We met the Maasai tribe, and we stayed on their in their tents,
Vizuri
like a
sana,
tent
vizuri
camp.
sana. Mhm. How the Maasai people?
Um Nzuri sana,
Nzuri
Nzuri
sana.
sana. Everybody was very nice. They taught me a few maneno, Kiswahili maneno.
Kiswahili. Vizuri sana. What about the Kimasai? Did they tell you ero? Ero. Ero is Masai word.
Hapana.
It's a Masai word. I think it means how are you or ero. Hello. Sawa sawa.
Oh no, they didn't.
Yeah, so the Maasai tribe, they are also in Kenya and Tanzania. The Maasai of Kenya and Tanzania. So the Maasai are very unique people because they actually preserved their culture. Here in Nairobi, we have the Maasai people. They are the only one who are allowed by the government to carry like weapons and just move around Nairobi because they are harmless. They cannot harm you. They carry a club and like a knife, and they're just walking around, but it's in their pockets, something like a pouch. So they just move around. They're putting on shuka. They have like stuff they're holding like this. They just move around. So they're actually harmless. They they only protect their cattle. The Maasai love their cattle a lot. If they are neighboring these parks, even some of them are living inside the parks, and if a lion, for instance, attack one of the cattle or sheep or goats, actually the Maasai will kill that lion. But previously, before this government came up with the initiative of conserving the wildlife, it was for initiation period, like when a child is transitioning to a period of childhood to adulthood, the Maasai would go to the village and to the bush and kill a lion, so to show bravery, but nowadays they don't do that, because lions are disappearing, and they need to be conserved. So they only attack this wildlife if they have attacked their wild, their cattle, sheep, or goats. Is it the same Subira and Masai? Subira is a Swahili word. It means patient. Subira. Or what do you mean, Abdul Fattah?
Mwalimu, it was, I think, 2016
Mm-hmm.
when I was there. I moved from there and Wachia to Isiolo.
Mm-hmm.
There is a big, big place where no human being, just for those things like animals. We have been there for 3 days for that long trip. There were some people living there,
There.
Supira, and
Subira.
that yes, and they were very dangerous people. That I had that information. They see some human being, they may try to kill, or they live in that between Isiolo and
Yeah.
that forest.
Yeah, I've heard about this. We have here in Kenya, we have actually different communities. We have about 47 like tribes in Kenya. We have 47 tribes. Yani, some of the communities are hostile, but Maasai communities are, and not all the community are hostile. Just some of the community, but in some places, very very near, especially those who live inside the bush, some of them can be hostile. In some area, even it's difficult to construct maybe facilities to help the citizen who are living there. But generally, every place is safe, and Maasai are very very safe. They don't attack people. They don't attack people. They have managed to preserve their culture. Even if they're going to university, just say, like for me, I in our culture, I we were supposed to wear skin of animals, like we put a skin on the head, a skin around your waist. But people don't do that culture as well. We only do that when you're going for music competition or cultural show. But if we're doing other activities, we just wear like these clothes. But for Maasai, every time they are with their own clothes. And they are very unique. Even if they go to university, some of them will go to their own with their own clothes, but just university or school restriction will prevent them from putting on. But if they go back home, they put on their own clothes. Even in Europe, if you have seen some of the Maasai in Europe, they're just putting on their Maasai clothes. This is called shuka. Shuka is that piece of cloth they are wrapping around themselves. Dada Kenya, did you get a shuka or kanga from the Maasai?
Ndio, um, kaka yangu, how do I say bought?
Lost?
He bought one. My brother bought one,
Oh, kaka
and
yangu
we all
alinunua. Kaka yangu alinunua.
ndio kaka yanga alinunua shaku. Did you say
Uh,
shakua?
alichukua, he took.
Ndio, he bought.
Alinunua, he bought.
Yes, my brother bought one, and they gave us all one to wear for the day. And while we stayed with them all day, we wore the shakur. But I bought a necklace, two necklaces from them.
Sawa sawa, vizuri sana. So we have this shuka. It's some of it's also red. So it different colors. But we have kanga. Kanga is mostly worn by Swahili people in the coastal area, especially the ladies. Kanga is a piece of clothes they tie around their waist, on their head, on the shoulder. It has sayings like words, phrases of words to communicate different meanings in Kanga. So if you go to Mombasa, you get Kanga. You can get a gift of Kanga. Shuka come from Arabic, nadhani, lakini sina uhakika, nadhani hivyo. Sawa sawa, vizuri. Sawa sawa, vizuri sana. Tutapata nani? Dada Hakima, you can read for us this hifadhi ya taifa ya Masai Mara.
Ndio. Hifadhi ya Taifa ya Masai Mara iko Kenya. Ni hifadhi maarufu duniani yenye wanyama kama simba, chui, tembo na nyati. Pia kuna uhamiaji mkubwa wa nyumbu. Watalii wanapenda kutembelea hifadhi hii kwa safari za picha na kujifunza utamaduni wa kabila la Masai.
Sawa sawa, vizuri sana. Utamaduni wa kabila la Masai. Ndio. So the Masai, most of them are living in that area, and their houses are built by the ladies. So their houses are temporary houses. So they normally move from places to places in search of water, pasture for their cattle. So the houses, they're temporary. The ladies build the houses, and after some period of time, they'll demolish the house and they'll move to another place. Yeah, some of the Maasai are residing in permanent structures, but a lot of them, they are residing in different communities, but they move from places to places in search of pasture and water for their cattle. We also have Nairobi here. We have Maasai markets. So the Maasai markets, you go there, you buy this curies, necklace, something like this. This I putting bangles here, then chains, some artifacts. But their markets also are moving around. Like if it's here on this day, on another day it will be in another place. So it's also like it's moving, like nomadic life, moving. Sawa sawa. So this is hifadhi. If you come to Kenya, you ensure you visit these places. Yeah. In our future lesson, we also talk about some of the historical places and amazing places in Tanzania. Mimi napenda sana Tanzania. I would like to be in Tanzania, to live in Tanzania. Some people say, "Oh, mwalimu, you're Swahili like from Tanzania," but I went to Tanzania for 4 days last December. 4 days.
Mwalimu,
Ndio,
as Kenya
ndio.
said, please can you arrange us as a student for study tours for those things for historical places? Can we go there and visit?
To visit, yeah, we can arrange that one. To visit the historical places, sure, we can arrange that one. So if you're in Kenya, maybe
Yeah.
when Kenya, you visit Kenya, and Abdul Fattah, you'll be in Kenya, we can visit some
Yes.
places.
And
And when we
Akima
go to
as
Tanzania, Hakima will guide us in some places.
Yes, I love traveling, Abdi Fattah. So if you guys plan a trip, I will come.
Sawa sawa.
exactly.
Karibuni.
Asante sana, asante sana. Sawa, tutaongea zaidi. Yes. Which other question or any other clarification from these places, different places here?
Asante mwalimu.
Yeah, karibu sana. We have amazing places here, very very many. Not only this Masai Mara, we have a lot. We have a lot. If you go to the coastal area, you'll hear people speaking a lot of Swahili. But if you're in Nairobi here, it's people speak Swahili, but they also speak English. So if someone can speak to you in English, then like I'm speaking to you in English, I'd like to be explaining this in Swahili, but just learning the culture of this. So it was need for me to use English to explain to you. If you go to Mombasa, those area, Kiswahili. Watu wanaongea Kiswahili. Lakini in
Mwalimu,
ndio?
sorry, those people Masai, are they
Ndio.
speak English or not? Just only for Kiswahili.
Masai have their own language. It's Kimasai, and also they have sub languages as well. So they speak Kimasai, but most of them have learned Swahili. They know Swahili. Some of them have learned English. They also speak English. but mostly they speak Kimasai and Swahili.
Even here in Somalia, Mwalimu, a
Yeah.
part called Parawe, it's ocean or where Portuguese people or original from there,
Yeah.
and they speak little bit some language look like Swahili, but somehow it's Parawe language. The
Yeah.
same as Kiswahili.
Kibarawe. Kibarawe just sounds like Swahili. It's
Parawe.
the dialect of Swahili. Kibarawe. Yeah,
Exactly.
I think I will send. I will send. I think I sent a picture, a video of Swahili accent from different areas: Kenya, Nairobi, uh, Uganda, Tanzania, and the part of Somalia that speak Kibarawe.
Yes.
Sawa sawa, vizuri sana. Sawa, I'll send these documents. Some of the words that are in this document in Swahili, but are not our level. But you can understand from the English translation there. I will just send you for your reference sometime. Sawa? Tutakutana Jumatatu. See you on Monday. Jumatatu.
Asante mwalimu.
Aya, asante. Kwa heri.
Kwaheri.
Asante.